A long time ago, in the great kingdom of Babylon, there lived a man named Daniel. He loved God with all his heart. Daniel was wise, honest, and faithful, and everyone knew he could be trusted. King Darius, the ruler of Babylon, liked Daniel very much. He made him one of the highest leaders in the land. In fact, the king was even planning to make Daniel ruler over the whole kingdom. But some other rulers became jealous. They whispered to each other, "We shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God." The jealous rulers went to King Darius with a tricky idea. All the presidents of the kingdom have consulted together to establish a royal statute that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions. The king did not realize they were setting a trap. He agreed and signed the law. When Daniel heard about the new law, he knew he could not stop praying to God. Now, when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem, he kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day, and prayed, and gave thanks before his God, as he did aforetime. The jealous rulers spied on Daniel. When they saw him praying, they ran to the king and shouted, "Daniel does not obey your law. He still prays to his God." Then the king, when he heard these words, was so displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. King Darius liked Daniel. He didn't want him to be punished, but the law could not be changed. So, sadly, he gave the command. Daniel was brought to the lion's den. Before he was lowered in, the king said, "Thy God whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee." A heavy stone was rolled over the entrance, and the king's seal was placed on it. That night King Darius could not sleep. He did not eat or listen to music. He worried about Daniel. Early the next morning, the king hurried to the lion's den. "O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest continually, able to deliver thee from the lions?" Then Daniel answered, "My God has sent his angel, and has shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me." Daniel was lifted out, and not a single scratch was found on him, because he trusted God. King Darius was filled with joy. He made a new decree. "I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom men tremble and fear before the God of Daniel. For he is a living God, and steadfast forever. He delivers and rescues, and he works signs and wonders in heaven and in earth, who had delivered Daniel from the power of the lions." And from that day, Daniel continued to prosper, and God's name was honored throughout the kingdom.